Welcome, ghouls, and welcome thee to Cheers to Comics, Episode 3, where each week two friends they drink, so prepare thy geek for the coming clink. Well, I'm one of your hosts, Justin Jones, and with me, as always, is the man out there turning tricks for treats, Brian Wayne.
Good, man. I'm good. Happy Halloween almost.
Happy Halloween.
Actually, you guys will be listening to this on Halloween, so happy Halloween, dudes.
A little look behind the curtain.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so we don't actually record on Wednesday.
Oh, spoilers.
Alright, man. So how are you doing this week?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Are you doing anything for Halloween?
I might be going to a barcade with a couple friends, but
Yeah?
I'm really not sure yet. Yeah, part of me just kind of wants to stay home and read a bunch of comics, watch a scary movie,
Yeah, man. I mean,
and out some candy.
I'm probably gonna be reading comics and just like horror binging. You know, probably like Tales from the Crypt in the background or something like that. But yeah, no, I don't have plans to go out, but I'm definitely gonna be reading comics for sure. I mean, Halloween falls on a Wednesday. What else do you do on Wednesday? I don't care if it's Christmas is on Wednesday. It's the store's open. I'm reading books.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, maybe I'll come over and we'll have a little spooktacular together.
Hey, man, you never know, for sure.
So, what did you get us to drink this week?
Japan South.
Yeah. Who is this by?
Denver Beer Co., man. By the way, if you guys don't know, we're out of Denver. Don't stalk us. But there's this awesome brewery in Denver, along with like 16,000 other ones, called Denver Beer Co. And it's awesome, man. And this week it's a saison because, you know, nothing says fall like saison, right?
I've actually never had a saison
Yeah,
before.
no,
but
it's
I
not.
dig it.
It's not a fall drink.
Yeah, well,
but
I dig it. Definitely seems more of a summer beer for sure.
No, it's definitely a summer beer. But no, it's good. It's good. Everything that this Denver Beer Co. does is good stuff, man. Hit us up, Denver Beer Co.
Yeah, we do have a lot of amazing microbreweries around here.
Dude, Colorado's awesome, man.
Man,
I mean, Colorado sucks.
Yeah, there's a lot of people moving here right now.
Yeah, dude. We try not to let everybody know. But if you're into comic books, and you obviously are if you're listening to this podcast, or you will be if you're listening to this podcast, you're welcome. You can come to Colorado. But don't tell your friends. Tell them it sucks. You know, the beer sucks.
Yeah, and, you know, it's dry, everything's brown, it's ugly.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you can't breathe up here.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah.
man, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah, no, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, no, dude, it was a fun week. It was a fun week. I got a lot of reading. I read a whole bunch of books.
You know, I don't really have a whole lot to talk about as far as books that came out this week. I got book 1 and 2 in hardcover for Saga, and man, I gotta tell you, it might be my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
It's this awesome fantasy blended with space in this operatic manner, kind of like Star Wars. Like, I think they're definitely inspired by Star Wars, but Brian Vaughan has just wrote an amazing fucking story. I dig it. I think like this is one thing where you can really show people why comic books is such an amazing medium, because they can create these weird fucking out there stories and characters and creatures.
That's what's amazing about indie books, is because like that's not the Marvel formula by any means. I mean, everything's got to be canon in Marvel. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I love that, you know, nothing really doesn't make sense to me in Marvel. You know, DC, they have like their own subject, but it's still not quite as crazy as like Image and all these other like indie labels do. And there's no way that Saga could ever be a Marvel title, like we all know.
Oh
that.
no, I don't think it could ever be a movie unless it was animated, because this is just it's able to create those like just out there fucking creatures that you couldn't really see done right in film yet. I mean, CG's getting good, but not.
No, I don't want to see a CG. We don't need Avatar fucking Saga. We don't need that shit.
No.
Like, no, we're good.
I mean, if there was an animated something, I think I would.
That's cool.
Definitely like that.
Or we could fucking read. You know, that's a thing too. We could read. Remember reading?
Yeah, I know. So, okay, I love the comic books. This is just one thing where, you know, like,
No,
like
I get
every
you.
other fanboy,
No, I totally get
I love
you,
it so
dude.
much that I can't get
I
enough.
want to see some form of adaptation of everything I love too, dude. I totally get you. I'm
sure.
busting your fucking balls, man.
Here's
But the point is that more people do need to read.
Sure, I get that. But if we had an animated show, the thing that I think I would have to see is it has to be illustrated by Fiona Staples. Like, I can't see anybody else doing it.
Yeah. Oh, fuck it. Why not? Sam Keith did the Max. Like, he was behind the art in the Max series, so... And he was the guy... Why I don't know. She takes a year or something off between, you know, whatever. Fucking draw some cartoons. You don't get days off when you're a fucking pro, I'm sorry. You don't get to be young and, like, take a year off. I don't know how old you are. I'm assuming that you're young. I don't know. What the fuck do I know? But the fact is you don't get to take time off when you're a fucking pro. Or you're a genius. No, genius minds don't get to take time off. So
well, you know what? They might not be creating something on pen and paper at the moment. I bet they actually are behind the scenes.
Well, that's the thing. They're totally
the creative
are.
juices never stop flowing.
No,
but
there's no way. How could they?
If to keep from getting stale and to stay good, if they need to take some time off, I say take as much time as you need. This isn't something I want to see go south. I haven't finished everything that's out there yet, but I'm really enjoying what we got so far.
For sure, man. Well, I should let you know. I guess I'll shout out my my LCS. Why not? Mile High Comics, the world's largest comic book store, is located in Denver, and I go one of their other sister stores. And for Halloween they're doing a 50% off trades this week.
Mm-hmm.
So until Halloween, man, go get your books there this week, and you can get 50% off some more Saga books.
Ooh, well, I tell you what, Wednesday we're definitely meeting up at that comic shop because I've got a list of trade paperbacks I want to check out.
Word. You know, there's a lot of good books coming out next week, but we'll talk way more about that later.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what else is coming out, especially for the holiday.
For sure. For sure. Interesting news popped up earlier. So I saw this image the other day, and it's been confirmed that Donnie the Man Cates is doing Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so we're going to get some Guardians of the Galaxy back in January, because right now, you know, we don't really have a Guardians team. We've got the Asgardians going on right now, which is, it's fun, it's interesting. I like the take on it, it's cool. It's not Donny Cates, but...
Yeah, it's not really up my alley. Everything about it says I should love it.
Well, see, the thing is I think it's for, like, the like, old school fans, because it's, like, really, like, C-list characters all the way, or people you would like really have to know some shit about to appreciate. For the most part, not necessarily all of them, but like as a team, like it would be hard to get a new fan base to jump on that. I think I really do. I don't know. Like a lot of people recognize these characters, you know, from the Thor movies and stuff now, but
a little bit.
I think you have to appreciate like Beta Ray Bill to really want to jump on this series like I did. But the New Guardians of the Galaxy is not what you would think at all. There's going to be some deaths, and only a couple of original members.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me all about it.
We got Star-Lord. I'm going to tell you all about it, because I don't know all about it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely... This is an intriguing team.
Is that Ghost Rider I see?
Dude, that's Cosmic motherfucking Ghost Rider as a Guardian of the Galaxy. That is Darkhawk. And I want to shout this out to a very specific Facebook group out there, the world's largest Facebook comic book group, that pretty much made Darkhawk relevant again. And I will totally give them props for that, because Darkhawk was a meme in this group.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, more and more Darkhawk has been popping up, and he's a fucking Guardian of the Galaxy, presumably. Along with Silver Surfer and Beta Ray Bill.
And obviously Nova. And that's still Groot, I see.
And Groot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. And then there's still some to be announced characters. So, cool. Or at least, yeah. This is awesome. I am so excited. Donny Cates is writing Guardians of the Galaxy.
You see one female outline here, but you can't get any details. Who do you think that is?
Yeah, that was actually revealed. I'm trying to find the old, the first image I saw of this, and I don't remember who it was, to be honest. And I know it's out there somewhere. It has been revealed, And
So
I
it's
know
not
that there's a
Gamora.
few characters on here that, no, it's not Gamora.
Mm,
No.
okay.
So, yeah, that tells me some stuff.
Oh, cool. I still got.
I'm
more
kind of
mystery
bummed that
left.
Rocket's not in there with, seeing Groot in there, but Rocket's his own trash panda. He could do his own thing, man. He's
Sure.
good. For
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
So, yeah, so I don't know. I found that to be gripping news this week.
Cool. I like the idea of the Guardians of the Galaxy. To be honest, I don't really have a whole lot of knowledge about them, but from the movies, I love the characters. Seems like a really cool world. I've read a couple Rockets. Obviously, I know Nova, Silver Surfer, Darkhawk. But it's been the Cosmic Ghost Rider that I've been reading lately. I'm all in. I'm
Dude.
loving it.
Yeah, for sure. And Donny Cates has proven that he can write Silver Surfer well, too, because Silver Surfer was a heavy part of the last Thanos arc. So, yeah, go back and read that last Thanos arc, like I told you.
Yeah, well,
I'm not saying
so
that.
many books. So many books.
But, no, it's just all the more to prove that Donny Cates, don't think, ooh, is Donny Cates, can he write Silver Surfer? He's already proven.
Yeah, I've only been back into this game for a very short period, and already Donny Cates has become a well-established name. I've got multiple books by him in multiple different, franchises. I'm in.
I know there's
proven
32,000 people just from that Facebook group alone that are creaming their little panties because Darkhawk is in there. You have no idea how big of a meme Darkhawk is, and they made this happen. This group made this happen.
Yeah.
I fully... He was such a C-list character, and
For
you
sure,
should be able
I
to
know
find
who
his
he is,
first
but-
appearance for 50 cents. Now, there are places that have the audacity to charge... I've seen this book for $60 now.
Yeah.
Because of this group.
Wow. Hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
If they're able to let an old character have a new
He's
new
just...
start,
It's a 90s trash character that was not trash at all. It's just completely underlooked because everyone just thought that every 90s character coming out then was automatically shit because the majority of them were.
Well, here's the thing. In the 90s, they did introduce just every kind of character you could possibly
they were all
imagine.
just a rehash of other companies fighting each other. It was all a big dick singing contest. Dicks don't sing, dick swinging contest.
They were really memes before memes existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Darkhawk is why memes exist now. Bold statement.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Oh, I mean, without a doubt, scientific fact, for sure.
Well, on to bummer news. Well, it's a bummer to some. I'm not so bummed out because I'm not really following this story, but the Life of Captain Marvel finale was delayed a month, so anyone following that arc will have to wait an extra month for it to come out. I bet they're gonna make it super shiny and perfect though before they launch the. And it's honestly has more to do with the timing. I bet you it's not a production thing. I think they're just let's make it just a little bit closer to the movie.
Yeah, add a little bit of a dramatic pause for the comic, get some of the hype going.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm sure it's something like that. Marvel's not stupid. They know what they're doing. But yeah, no, if you're looking forward to the end, reading the end of Life of Captain Marvel, you gotta wait an extra month.
I'll tell you what, Disney knows how to make some money, so it could just be a little bit of a ploy.
Mickey Mouse ain't shit. I said it. If I am not here for this next podcast, I blame it on this statement.
Yeah,
just so you guys know.
Schmizney is to blame. Definitely.
For sure. I don't know. Do you ready to talk about some books?
Yeah, man. Let's talk about some fucking books. What do you got first for us this week?
Action Comics 1004. So remember I was talking about how much I'm loving Superman, and everyone says, well, if you like Superman, you're gonna like Action Comics.
Yeah, definitely.
So I decided to put it on my poll without ever reading Action Comics before. I just threw it on there, and I'm not disappointed. The arc of the story is Invisible Mafia Part 4, so I'm assuming I'm just going into this at the end of this arc. Probably not the best definitely not the best jumping on point, I'll say, from my own perspective.
Okay, but how did you like this portrayal of Superman compared to the other one you're reading?
I haven't really found much of a difference, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not really.
Still the Man of Steel?
Yeah, no, Brian Michael Bendis is doing his thing, Ryan Sook on the arts, Wade Von Grobadger? Good lord, I butchered your name, sorry man.
Certainly.
And Brad Anderson all working on that team. The cover by Steve Rude. This is one of Jim Lee's picks for the holographics this month. Or foil cover. Holographics. Is that a Pokemon card? Foil cover. And it's a beautiful cover. It's Superman overlooking some geese up in some clouds. And these foil covers, like, they really don't do justice to the backgrounds at all, because I have a feeling that the artist really took their time on these clouds, and they were just... That's a great cover. Super shiny.
You know, I actually really like this cover. I haven't read the comic, but I just love the flow of it. It just shows a lot of movement and beauty at the same time. And, yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, no, it's great. So this, it seems like Clark, it starts out, Clark is at work and he's inquiring about a story about a red cloud. I'm sure there's something about that I should know that I don't know. Maybe I don't. Like I said, it's probably not the best, it's definitely not a good jumping on point. It's just, I guess I'll just kind of give a blatant rundown, because if I try to talk about it not knowing about what the rest of the hell's going on, I'll probably look like a fucking idiot.
I mean, you know what you know, so tell me what you do know about this one.
Yeah, no, it takes place, you know, he starts out, he's at work, and then we get, oh, yeah, no, this is dope. So this reporter comes up, and because Lois Lane's been missing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, not necessarily missing, up in space, with...
Oh, right.
Yeah, that whole shenanigan thing. So this other reporter comes up to Clark, and he's got this photo of Lois Lane on Earths with Lex Luthor.
Shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah. That's what I said. I was like, oh, shit. I don't know if I missed something or what's going on here. And then, naturally, Clark is like, well, I'm going to go see what the fuck that's about.
Right, because if you're Superman, like, you can do that.
Yeah, so, I mean, running it down, he ends up showing up to Lois Lane, and she's like, well, you kind of got your own thing, I got my own thing going on right now, but they explain the Lex Luthor's, it's not a thing.
No, there's not a little brown chicken burger.
No. She's pretty much like going like, we're both like at our prime right now. We should be doing the Earth our best. At least that's how I took it. Like we should each be doing the best we can right now. I'm back.
But I didn't need to call you.
Right.
You know?
Right. Right. And then they bone.
Naturally.
Naturally. And there's a whole thing there. And
now tell me. Do we get the Super Wang?
no Super Wang.
Come on, DC. You stick to your guns, alright? You did it once, you can do it again.
Yeah, no Super Wang. We get a fight. Oh, it's cool. They're like talking about stuff, and then like, well, they just get done banging, and they're talking in bed, and they're talking about like some real life shit. Mm-hmm. This is when Lois is pretty much explaining like, you're doing, your thing so well, and I'm out fucking reporting like a motherfucker too, just over here. And then Clark's like, hold that thought, and he goes out and he like whoops some ass real quick, and then he comes back.
Right, I mean, there's like nothing like natural Viagra than adrenaline, right? Kick somebody's ass, and then
yeah, it's cool. It's cool. And there's like even this part where this guy, I mean, there's so much going on here. It's great. Like it's a very it's a well told story. Like for jumping in on part 4, I'm impressed. Like I'm fully on board.
Alright, so my question for you is I'm wanting to jump into something Superman right now. I don't know why it is. He's never been my favorite character.
Well,
something about like my views of comics in the past and now has really changed. Would this be, or the other Superman be, the one that you would recommend me jumping into the paperbacks?
Oh, man.
I know there's like a million of these, well, 1,004, but do you think this is something that I should jump into, or should I start with the other one you're reading? Because I want to get caught up and more current with my Superman knowledge.
Well, so what I gather out of this is, right now, this is telling more... Dude, I can't tell you after reading only one issue, to be honest. I know that in the Superman series, you have a pretty big fight ongoing throughout this whole thing. It's been happening pretty much throughout the entire series. Mm-hmm. It's a big fight. What the fuck is his name? Fuck. Rogol-Zar! That's his name. So yeah, during this whole thing, they're just like beating the shit out of each other pretty much. So it kind of depends on what you're into. Me, I like to fight with Rogol-Zar. A lot of people criticize the character or whatever, but I think he's just fine. I think he's a good Superman villain, and I like seeing Superman struggle with him.
I actually don't know who this Rogal Zar, you said?
Yeah, Rogal Zar.
I know nothing about him. Why don't you give me a little bit of a synopsis?
He's a new guy that's been brought in since Bendis has taken over Superman, pretty much. And I guess, he's a brand new character, completely out of Bendis' mind. He actually even named him after one of his own doctors.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, Rogal Zar is named after someone that Bendis finds dear to him. He actually saved his life. So, kind of a cool story.
Oh, neat. Oh, that's awesome.
But, yeah, no, people get Rogal Zar shit. I think he's a cool character design. But, yeah, no, so I'm into Superman personally, but Action Comics from 1004. I don't know where they're going to go from 1005, but I'll be reading it. I can tell you that much.
Yeah?
For sure.
Nice.
Yes,
1000 comics. That's impressive.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. There's a couple other runs that at least one other run that's approaching it. I mean, Detective Comics isn't far away.
Sure, Batman.
Yeah, it's coming up, man. The Marvel. In the world of Marvel, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 8. If you're a legacy number guy like myself, it's number 809. The title of this story arc is Heist Part 1, so we got a new thing happening. And it starts out pretty much with a meeting in the Thieves Guild. There's like this trial going on. I'm not going to go too much into that. It's this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it cuts to this student. He's within the Avengers Mansion. I feel like he's like an intern or something like that, and he's being given a tour of the Avengers Mansion.
Okay.
And then while he's on tour, they like go into what seems to be, I guess, the costume room, and all them mannequins naked. So it's kind of getting at the fact that whoopsies, a lot of these like super important hero costumes are gone.
Oh sure.
So it kind of gives you an idea of what's gonna happen from there, and it's kind of like a montage for time's sake of different characters and different scenes realizing different costumes are missing and things like that. So it's really setting up something cool. There's a lot going on in this issue. It's sweet. I don't want to spoil anything. I know usually I don't give a shit about spoilers, but I think Spider-Man it's becoming a sacred book for me, and I feel everyone else should enjoy it just as equally. But you get to see Black Cat in it, and there's Pete's with MJ, and then Tony motherfucking Stark, my boy, gives him a call about a mission, and so shit's about to go down. Mm-hmm. There's all types of cool stuff here. There's seemingly a battle getting ready to happen. You get all types of these ninja-looking fellers running around, and it's awesome. Black Cat just whooping the shit out of Spidey at the end. Sorry, spoiler.
Well, alright, so we're both going to probably talk about this next book, but I've been reading some Spider-Geddon lately, but do I need more Spider-Man in my life? Is this one I need to start reading?
Oh, no, absolutely. I think this is a staple book because it's still early in. Mm-hmm. It's bi-weekly, so 8 issues, so 4 months, according to maths, I think. So it's not that old of a series at all. I'm sure I bet you there's a trade coming out 1 through 7, because I'm guessing 8 would start, the next trade that would, happen. So I would say pick up the first trade and keep reading from here on out. It's a bi-weekly book, so it's a lot to get caught up on, but it's really not, because it's a fun read. Nick Spencer does a great job with Spider-Man. It's a very believable Spider-Man story. I originally didn't think that I was gonna like it, because I was like, oh shit, he's all about like love life and shit again. And then honestly, that's my least favorite part of Spider-Man stories. I don't care for that. Like I like to see Spider-Man whoop ass because he's really a kick-ass villain killer. But
so this is one thing that we have had a conversation about, and I think this is one point where we definitely differ. When it comes to Spider-Man, like, yeah, Spider-Man's always been like a cool hero, but he's always been like the poster boy of Marvel. He can beat anybody. He's just unstoppable. He's Stan Lee's love child, which I respect.
Oh, for sure.
But it was more recently when I've kind of just gotten more into the character, and I've noticed like the Peter side of him. Like, yeah, he's a badass, wisecracking superhero, but it's he struggles as a kid with his love life. I say kid, as a young adult, he struggles with his love life and his social responsibilities and paying the rent. And it's just that's the part of the character that I have a lot of respect for, that he can do that because he has such a passion for the superhero thing.
And Nick Spencer's been a good job of making that aspect that I like the least very, very good.
Yeah,
I like the fact that Spider-Man's roommate's fucking a bad guy.
Yeah,
it's cool. It's a cool dynamic. I'm loving it. It is. But if you like that, I know that a very underutilized writer is doing a Spider-Man story. Tom Taylor's doing Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man coming here. I don't know if it's November or December. I want to say it's November. I think that's more of a take on the side that you were just describing. Definitely more the Peter Parker side. So, with it being Tom Taylor, I'm going to give it a try. There's very few writers that would intrigue me on that story, but I am going to give it a shot.
Cool. Well, that's a journey we can both be excited about going down together.
Yeah, for sure. Something like I want to say it's next month. I can't say for sure. But.
I did kind of get the order a little bit out of order. This next one, this Ghost Spider.
Yeah, man, Spider-Gwen back.
Yeah, you were telling me that you're a big fan.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a weird crush on Spider-Gwen, and I don't know shit about her until, just as of the last couple of months, I've seen a few things. But, so yeah, we got a number 1 here. It's a tie-in to Spider-Geddon. The name of this arc is Uncharted. We got Shannon McGuire writing, Rosie Camp and Ian Herring doing the arts, and this pretty sweet cover is done by Bangle, like Oprah, but Bangle just gets one name.
Right on.
But yeah, no, it's
the Prince of Comics.
It really kicks right into the book we're gonna talk about next.
Mm-hmm.
But I could talk about this.
This is what I need to read as part of the other arc.
Well, I would say if you're interested in what the shit's going on with Spider-Gwen, like after she goes off and does her thing.
Yeah, I wasn't given much in the next thing we're going to talk about, but enough that, I'm willing to pick up some issues, see what it's all about.
Yeah. So, it really starts out, Spider-Gwen's in this, and she's in Pete's universe. She's trying to get Pete. She needs his help. Kind of like in a mentor-y type of situation. And then Spider-Ham shows up, and he was like, shit's not good here. And she's like, hold on. Does whatever. Yeah. But, so he's like, hold on, shit's not good here right now. And I love, like, a quote from the story. She's like, what do you mean not good? Like, Brooklyn 88 got canceled, not good? And I just think it's an awesome line, because I'm a big fan of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it got canceled. It got picked up right away, obviously, because it's a great show. But for those 36 hours that it wasn't picked up, it hurt. So it was not good.
Yeah,
it was not good.
As a big fan of Firefly, I know your pain.
So yeah, I like how they tossed that little quip in there. But it really just kind of, it's playing into this whole Spider-Geddon thing. Like, she's got her own mission she's doing right now, and it'll make more sense once we talk about this next book, Spider-Geddon number 2.
Yeah.
So, this book right here, it's the Spider-Geddon, the Marvel event thing isn't letting me down. It's still good.
Yeah, I'm really liking it.
I don't see how you could not like the Spider-Geddon thing. They've all had great ratings, at least on my 1 to 10. I know I haven't really been naming off 1 to 10s on these last books, but they good.
I agree. I love this
I'd
one, for
read
sure.
them all again. But yeah, the Spider-Geddon number 2. So, Christos Cage and Dan Slott doing the story, Jorge Molina doing pencils, Jay Leaston, and David Curiel helping out on the art, Curiel doing the colors, and this cover by Jorge Molina.
So you've got the original cover right here.
Cover A.
Right.
Yeah.
But, man, I love this one. I loved all the variants too.
You know, the
I think
variants
they were
were
all
great
very
too.
good this week.
This cover in particular, man, it's just good. There's so much detail that went into it. There's a lot of emotion going on.
Oh, definitely. It definitely gives you an idea of what this comic is all about.
Well, it kind of gives you an idea to the reader too. Even if you're like just jumping on, you see this cover and you're like, hold on, this guy, and he's an inheritor, on this cover has Superior Octopus by the throat, Miles Morales by the skull, and Spider-Gwen pinned down by the rib cage like she ain't shit.
You just foot on her like you ain't going nowhere.
What the fuck's an inheritor? Or what the fuck is this guy? It's an inheritor. What's an inheritor?
This goth motherfucker.
Oh my god, it's so good. So yeah, these guys are just like hell-bent on just not liking shit.
I mean, they feed on the Spider-Men of the different universes.
Yeah, seemingly.
It's a weird diet.
Yeah, I don't know. If you eat Spider-Man, hit us up on the Cheers to Comics Facebook page, because we want to call you out as an inheritor.
Hey, you know what? Also hit us up on patreon.com/cheerscomics.
Yeah, man, sign up for $1 and we'll, come on as an inheritor. We'll get you on the show, dude. We will.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Tell us about your diet and how it's really helped your health.
Yeah.
But you can also hit us up on Twitter. Do you know we have a Twitter now? We just made it today. It's going to be Cheers to Comics, just like it's spelled in the podcast. No spaces.
At Cheers to Comics.
So now you
Twitter
have an
us.
easier way to hit us up. If you have any comics or questions or criticisms, let us know.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get back to this book, though. I mean, God, there's so much going on. It's good. I don't know. I don't know where to start. Let's start from the beginning, because that makes sense. So, it starts out, issue 0 and issue 1, they're fighting the inheritors.
Mm-hmm.
And so it goes right back into that. And these guys, I mean, it's a fight. You got Miles and Spider-Ham and Spider-Punk and Superior.
Spider-Man.
No. Actually, no. Because I remember in the last issue, Spider-Gwen is actually out recruiting Peter Parker.
Yes.
He needs to join this math-fucking fight to beat the inheritors.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't think these guys could be beat without him. So
Right.
that's what's going on here. But in the meantime, Spider-Gwen's still in this story. I probably should have done these stories backwards. I read them backwards, and it's just, I don't know, my brain's dumb. So yeah, no, there's a fight going on, and then, God, this art is so good. It is, it's so good, man.
They almost always are for Marvel, though.
But yeah, no, so, like, an inheritor's, like, trying to fight Spider-Gwen, or Ghost Spider, as she's called now, and gets freaked the fuck out because it turns out, Spider-Gwen's costume is a symbiote, and whoa, what do you know? This particular inheritor's not too fond of symbiotes, so that's probably going to be a thing. Then she ends up, like, going off in a different dimension, and that's Peter Parker's world. So then the rest of the Spider Gang, they pretty much watch the surviving inheritors of this fight, and by surviving I mean all of them. They take off, and they're on this mission to pretty much just, for lack of better words, clone themselves and make their army better. And then in the meantime, the rest of the Spider Gang, they seek out to, what is it? What's the name of the Earth 001, and it's the home of the Web of Life of Destiny.
Right.
And I'm guessing this is like
Loom World.
Yeah. This is this Web of Life of Destiny is pretty much like the Nostradamus of Spider-Man.
Right. Yep.
For lack of better words.
The beginning of everything.
Yeah. He knows. So this thing's like, oh, y'all need to go in separate directions because y'all got different shit to do. And just naturally, they go off in their separate directions. And it cuts to this scene.
Split up, gang!
Yeah. Well, who else shows up on Earth 001? A motherfucking inheritor.
The inheritor.
Yeah. And you see, like, this thing going on between... It's a very uncomfortable scenario. I was actually uncomfortable reading this. Like, it was very well drawn, well read. But this inheritor is standing face to face with the web of life and destiny. We'll call it the wee leb. I don't know. There's got to be a shorter word for it. I don't know. Will he last? I'll tell you now. So they get into a scuffle because spoiler, the web of life of destiny is actually another inheritor who's not too fond of being an inheritor. So the inheritors show up. He gets punished, for lack of better words. Does he survive? I really don't know. But then you still see all these, it cuts to all these other Spider-Men going off doing their spider things in different spider universes, and you see video game Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty neato. I haven't played the game, but I hear it's neato.
I haven't beat it, but it is very fun. It feels very good.
Nice, man. Nice. And it's just, and then one of the really, really, really cool things about the story is the Superior Octopus comes out as Superior Spider-Man again. So we're gonna see Superior Spider-Man again. That's relevant. I think we all saw it coming, but I didn't see it coming this early.
You're gonna see it. You think we're gonna see a tie-in right away?
Well, no. I think there's gonna be an aftermath issue. I think Superior Spider-Man's gonna. I actually know that Superior Spider-Man is going to get his own series after this.
Oh, cool.
Is all said and done. So, yeah, that's pretty sweet. So, I'm collecting Superior Octopus now. I bet you it only runs through as long as this event goes, and then it's going to transition into Superior Spider-Man, and it's a thing again. So, that's something to get excited about for sure.
That'd be a great time for me to just finally jump in.
God, there's so many Spidey titles coming out. It's a matter of picking your poison, really. It is. There's lots of good stuff.
See, now I guess I understand why Spider-Man has such a huge fandom now.
Yeah, it was weird. I wasn't always a huge fan of Spider-Man. I rarely was, and then just something one day was like, maybe I should know why he's so loved.
Yeah, and then, it's finally clicked for us, huh?
Yeah, it was. I know why I wasn't drawn to him, and that's because of the whole love interest thing that was constant. Like, a lot of people shunned me as a comic lover because I really am not a huge fan of Silver Age Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not my thing. But when I hopped on, I liked what was going on. It was violent, it was fun at the same time, it was witty, well written. I jumped on during Dan Slott. You know, he's wrote. I think anybody that jumped on in the last few years with Spider-Man is Dan Slott. The guy had a fucking forever run.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, his run went on forever. Eventually I'll memorize how many years and issues it went on, but it was a long time.
Cool.
But yeah, I jumped on towards the end of it. I was a fan.
I'm liking what I've seen so far. So this next one, I do feel kind of bad. I totally missed that it was out, but didn't read it. I loved the first issue. Loved it, so...
Right on.
I gotta catch up on this one. I hate to be spoiled, but go ahead and tell us about it.
Well, I was really... I'll do my best not to spoil anything for you. But I wasn't a huge fan of the first issue, only because I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, we differed so much from that.
Yeah.
I felt like it was okay that I didn't understand anything, because he is coming back. I'd never read his death, so fuck it. I was on the same page.
But I felt quite the opposite about this issue. So, Return of Wolverine #2. The story's called Limbo, written by Charles Soule. We got Declan Shalvey doing pencils, and Laura Martin doing the colors. And Steve McNiven and Laura Martin did the cover. And McNiven just... Oh, this cover's cool. It reminds me of the 90s. I miss... I know people don't like hearing I miss 90s comics, but I love the covers on 90s comics. It's just,
yeah.
So many little lines, so much detail that's overlooked. It's fun. And that's... I don't know. I was a huge fan. Got Wolverine with his glowy claws.
I really do like this cover. That's I would say that's probably like one of the best 5 I've seen this week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. So this story starts out, you got Logan and Anne on a boat on her way to... Or they're in pursuit of what seems to be her daughters being held captive. So they're on a boat, and they want to go get them. And while they're in pursuit, these two assassins come off the boat being chased to slow down Logan, and Anne is her name. And you get a really cool fight between the two of them. It's actually a really cool. I mean, between the four of them, it's very well drawn. I like it. They pulled no punches with the art. I wouldn't be surprised if this is like an every 6-week issue if they kept up with this pace. Like, kudos to the artists for being able to do this like every, I want to say it's like 3 or 4 weeks. It's only been 2 weeks, I think. It's only been 2 weeks since the last issue.
Yeah.
This artist is
I believe
beast.
episode 1 is when the first one came out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. So kudos. So yeah, no, you get gory fights. Logan's fucking back, man. Wolverine's back. It's cool. I'm not a huge fan of the black and red on him. Like, I don't see him wearing anything but yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's yellow, brown, yellow and blue, I think Wolverine needs yeller.
You know, I never really cared, but that first issue when they kind of like explained the importance of the yellow and blue, I'm like, that finally drove that costume home for me. I have a hard time seeing him anything else.
Well, X-Men Red, their costumes are red and black.
Yeah.
Very, very similar to what we see going on here. So I have a feeling if X-Men Red continues on, and I really hope it does, that motherfucking Logan joins the team along with Gabby and Laura. That you got all 3 generations.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man. But I don't know. That's just me saying, oh, their costumes are the same color. But I just think it's too perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're setting that up. I really hope that Charles Soule's getting ready to hand Logan over to Tom Taylor, because that's going to be so fun. Oh my god, that dynamic is so fun between the 3 of them. I remember an all-new Wolverine between the 3 of them. One of my favorite single issues ever is when Old Man Logan shows up. And then these people and then it's like a whole, oh my god, you're my granddaddy type of thing. It's like this whole, during the reuniting, these robbers just decide to show up in the wrong fucking house.
Oh, definitely.
And there's we got Jonathan, the Wolverine, as Gabby's pet. Like, he's legitimized now. So, like, he get the 3 Wolverines-ish. And then, an actual Wolverine up against these 3 just, like, run-of-the-mill fucking...
Just that weird, out-of-this-world, wacky comic bullshit that we've come to love.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. I haven't read it, but I love the sound of your enthusiasm.
Oh my god. So yeah, no, I'm really hoping that Logan joins X-Men Red with Tom Taylor and all them. But yeah, no, so we get this, Persephone is the person that's actually behind this whole kidnapping.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what's going on with the kidnapping. Like I said, I was really lost in issue 1. Do you know what's going on with the kidnapping, having more...
Yeah, because he's kind of the new Weapon X. You know, they did all their experiments on him. So that now, when they're bailing out of the base, they took their property because he is their experiment.
Okay. Alright.
That's the gist I got out of it. But I haven't read this issue, so... You know what, guys? We are... just human, so if we make any mistakes, hit us up on the Twitter, hit us up on the Facebook.
Yeah, correct the shit out of us. We have this, like, pressing the issues segment at the beginning where we talk about how you guys laughed at us for when we fucked up. Mm-hmm. So, there's no shame in our game, man. We do our due diligence to present the most factual content possible without we don't being sloppy or lazy, but... Yeah, no, we don't mind being corrected either. So.
No, we don't. We just don't want to spread misinformation.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, then we got this during this fight. This is when Logan discovers that he got fire claws. Not fire claws. His claws are able to heat up now, and it's a really cool type of thing. Like
what? Since when?
Since now. This issue. Yes. We've been teased for a couple of months that it's gonna be a thing, but. Yeah, we've seen it before and teased in pages. It's the first time we've really seen it in legit action, in my opinion.
Really?
So, yeah. So it's fun. So yeah, we get a badass fight, and the way, dude, I'm not gonna give anything away for you, man.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, it's really really cool, but obviously. The 2 assassins aren't on the boat anymore, and you see Logan and Anne. Like, whatever happens, happens, and they go on their way. And then you see Logan and Anne roll up to this island. And she's like, oh, that's where it's at. And then the final page is Jean with Kitty Pryde and Cerebro. And she takes off the helmet real quick. And I am going to spoil this for you because this is the selling point of the story. Because we get to fucking reunite. We get Logan's here.
Oh, yeah?
She knows, man! Yeah. She knows! That's so cool! We're gonna see Jean and Logan! Jean and Logan! This whole fucking time, like, it's cool. And Kitty Pryde's all up in this motherfucker. It's so cool. So, yeah.
Your nostalgia is just gooing all over the place.
Oh, my God, man. He's about to be back. I really hope he's an X-Men Red. Cool. I hope he's one of them red motherfuckers I do.
That's we'll see.
Yeah. Moving along.
Another one that
You missed
Again, I was just so infatuated with Saga that I skipped most things this week. So
It's okay. Punisher number 3, World War Frank Part 3.
Where is World War Frank taking us right now?
Oh, man. Well, I want to give a shout-out to Matthew Rosenberg real quick, the writer. Sisman Kudransky doing pencils and Antonio Fabella, my fault, doing the colors. And the art in this book is fan-fucking-tastic. So, shout-out, guys. Greg Smallwood, Jesus, good lord, doing the cover. The cover's really cool. It's, I don't even know how to explain it.
Well, it's got your boy Daredevil on there.
Yeah, it's got some Daredevil action. So this starts out... Oh, man, it's cool. So this starts out with the Punisher and Daredevil on this train. And they're both whooping ass, and you could tell Daredevil is not super pleased about having to help Frank. Daredevil's not killing. Sure. Frank is just... I mean... Blam, 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 blam is most of the content on like a 2-page spread.
That's cool.
And I know people don't like that. Fucking the last Batman issue got bullshit for it, but to me, when you're shooting the fuck out of someone, you're not talking much.
You're not hearing each other talk.
Yeah, why? Seriously, like, why is there dialogue going on when there's gunfire and fighting and punching and all of that shit? It's okay. This is what art's for. This is why it's called a graphic novel, people. That's why blam, 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 pow, pow, pow for 3 pages doesn't work in a fucking regular novel. This is why comic books are great. It's because the writer can get away. You think the writer's being lazy? No, he's still fucking telling them, the artist, to draw all of these panels specifically. I'm sure. And Rosenberg has a vision,
picture of intensity.
I've met the guy. He knows what the fuck he likes. He's fucking brilliant. He knows how to get into a character's head. And this book continues on with the Rosenberg legacy. So these two are going on. And I love the fact that Frank the whole time he's like totally antagonizing Daredevil. Was like, is this a team up? Mm-hmm. And Daredevil was like, he's not a team up. I'm like, pretty sure it's a team up.
Man, I need to catch up on this one. I'll do that one tonight.
It's good. And like these 2-page spreads of just Daredevil just caking the shit out of ninjas while above a train, while Frankie Castle's just two-handing, double-fisting, blasting brains out. It's so good. It's so good. And then it gets to the point where Daredevil sets up Frank. He's like, dude, you just killed like 64 people. You're under arrest, bro. Sorry, like, this wasn't a team-up. I told you. Sure. This... So... Frank's not happy. But he doesn't care. Frank still goes on killing. He gets away, because he's Frankie Castle. And then we see this big badass motherfucker. This, dare I say... Bane-like some bitch, and hits train. It's a scuffle. Things are happening, and then oh man. So Frank does actually end up getting arrested. He's just not putting up a fight. He's not putting up a fight.
Strategic retreat.
So yeah, totally. Well, who shows up? It's fucking Nick Fury.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Who else?
Yeah. And then, well, Frank's being held in his cell. Nick Fury has his back turned, and this other agent in a mask shows up, and he takes off his mask, and it reveals that it is Jigsaw. So Jigsaw.
No.
Yeah, man. It's cool. So Jigsaw's got an in. That art, that reveal of Jigsaw. Good fucking job, guys.
Cool.
It's good. Read Punisher, World War Frank. Like, it's only 3 issues in. It's a monthly issue.
I will do it tonight. I just didn't read it.
Yeah, it's great. I gave it an 8. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say this is my book of the week.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm not gonna wait for.
Wow, becoming a Frankie guy, huh?
Yeah, for this week, Mr. Frankie Castle and Matthew Rosenberg writing it. It just did a phenomenal job. The art, everything about it was just so good. It was. No reason to not talk about it extensively. I could probably keep going on, but I want to leave something to the imagination, I guess.
Sure.
But we'll move along, still in the world of Marvel. Infinity Warps. So we got another Marvel event going on with the Infinity Wars, and we got the Warps, where it's the mashups of the characters. There was also a Soldier Supreme story this week. So this week we got Arachnite, #1. We got Dennis Hopeless writing. Ali Garza, Victor Olazaba, and Ruth Redman on the creative team. So with this one, we have Ben and May and Pete. They're in a park, and they get hacked, or they get attacked by this giant green beast.
Both of them.
Yeah, they do. And they die.
Well, I mean, even Peter himself is bleeding out from the jugular.
Yeah, he is. He's bleeding out. He is bleeding out. And just like in the world of Moon Knight, as Mark Spector lays out bleeding, the god Khonshu comes along. And it's not Khonshu. It's a spider.
Spider Chew.
Yeah. But it's Khonshu. And, I mean, I'm gonna call this motherfucking spider Khonshu. So yes, pretty much just like in the world of Khonshu, and Spectre grants Mark Spector a second chance among doing his bidding.
We'll save your life if you're our host.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then so we got Arachnite.
Yeah, we do.
And then honestly, you know what? I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. Arachnite knows who killed Venom.
Well, he sees what he saw, but all therapists say.
And by who, I mean what, is what I mean to say.
Of course.
A big, giant, furry green beast.
Goblin.
And
right.
in the
I loved that tie-in. It was like so cheesy, and so Halloweeny. I loved it.
It's a beast goblin.
Oh yeah, definitely. I loved it.
Do you think that's actually do you think the mashup there is Beast and Green Goblin? It's definitely Green Goblin.
I don't know really who that mashup would be.
I think it's Beast and Green Goblin, to be honest.
Yeah.
Green Beast.
I think they would have said like Goblin Beast if it was some kind of matchup. I honestly think
but
that this is going to be like some kind of like horrible Oscorp experiment gone wrong.
Well, spoilers. There's some Oscorps going on.
Well, of course.
So, and that's
Spider-Man.
And this is the Arachnite story. Is we have, is the killer of Ben and May is actually an Osborn.
The Osborn.
One of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, read the book. It's great. I highly recommend it. The Arachnite is. It's really everything I expected it to be.
It's just the first of a very short story. I liked it. It was fan servicey. It was true to both characters, and I mean the art was really good. I really actually enjoyed the art.
Yeah, no, the art is nothing to shun upon either. Like, kudos to that creative team. I like Garza and pencils, man. I want to see do more work.
I think that was a really smart mashup. Actually, those two characters together. That's really entertaining.
Yeah, I honestly, I never would have thought Spider-Man and Moon Knight.
No, I would have thought that in a million years, but like now that I've heard of it, I couldn't think of anybody else.
Yeah, no, it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
The last book I want to talk about this week, definitely not least, and I'm going to talk very briefly about it, only because it's a milestone issue, Moon Knight number 200. This was just a cluster of stories, and I don't mean cluster in a bad way, because there is some talent on this motherfucker. We got Jeff Lemire on here in several capacities. Bill Sienkiewicz doing things in this book. This cover by Becky Cloonan. I love these. I wouldn't say minimalist, but very dark black Moon Knight covers just make sense to me. Either very hyper white or hyper black. Moon Knight covers are perfect, and Ms. Becky Cloonan, good job on that. But with this book, it's
I have a feeling from here on out, if you want to jump on Moon Knight, if you're curious as to what's going on, I have a feeling that they're going to start out with a pretty cool arc and a good jumping on point. So Moon Knight is going to be relevant very soon. Marvel's talked about him, whether he's going to have a show or be on the silver screen. Moon Knight is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag make James McAvoy Moon Knight.
So, oh, yeah?
Yeah, because he's already proven to be a brilliant schizophrenic and split, so he would be an amazing Mark Spector. He even has the look. It's make James McAvoy. McAvoy would be a better Mark Spector than he would Professor Xavier. And if you're going to reboot the X-Men,
sure.
Why waste a good actor?
Oh, yeah.
Bring him in.
You did it for Ryan.
Seriously. I don't know. That's just my thought. We don't talk about movies, but I just Moon Knight is going to be very, very relevant soon.
Yeah.
So learn up on him. Learn him good because he's a really cool character. His stories aren't what you think they're going to be. They're not a typical Marvel story. They never are. They're usually a mindfuck. I would say, if anything, read them in trades. Read them in clusters. And it's hard to do because he's a monthly book.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, I wait 3 months before I read Moon Knight, and I'll just read 3 books all at once. And
yeah,
I found that's
you
really
get that, Netflix binge feel.
Well, it's such a twisty, turny story. He always is, because it's such an intriguing, weird, fucking schizophrenic, what world am I in type of character. So
sure.
These writers are doing a great job. So if you like Inception and shit like that, fucking, you'll love Moon Knight.
Yeah? Well, you've got me sold.
That's it.
This is one I've been meaning to pick up. So many books. So many good books.
There is, dude. My pull, I think I'm up to almost 70 books a month on my pull list now.
Wow, I'm not there yet, but
don't. It's a drug.
Yeah.
No, read what you like, guys. There's no reason to go that deep. And I mean, if you have the funds, do it. Don't put yourself into a hole or anything. It's not necessary. It's not. Find the characters you like. Me, I am a fucking addict, and my drug is comic books. It's how I escape from the world. So I do have an extensive list. And a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of you guys are like 70 books a month. Fucking 150, bruh. Cool. Good for you, man. Fucking hit us up. Tell us what books we're not reading we should talk about.
What are we missing out on?
Yeah, seriously. I know that I didn't touch on any indies this week. I'm very ashamed of that. But that's okay. It happens. Indies, there's a reason why they're not top 2.
I don't know if you can really call Image so much indie anymore. Yeah, they're independent, but they're doing so much amazing work. They're a big name right now.
I mean, they're part of the big 3, but they're still very, very separate from Marvel and DC and the way they run things. I mean,
yeah, you feel like it because I feel like a lot of people I talk to are just talking about Image right now. And
no, absolutely,
I can't help but agree.
That's why, is because they do things so different from Marvel and DC. As you'll find out in the toxicity that is comic book fandom, a lot of people down talk on Marvel and DC.
Sure.
So,
everybody likes what they like, and if they don't like the big names, then all right. Yeah, as long as they're enjoying reading and enjoying the art of some amazing creators out there.
For sure.
So what do you got for us next?
We're moving along to wall books now. Oh, you know what? You got a book you want to talk about. You turned me onto a book this week.
Did I? Oh,
Batman
right.
Beyond.
Batman Beyond. Yeah,
I've been intrigued.
Again, I loved the animated series growing up. I figured I finally should just read up on some of the comics.
So yeah, we're at
This
Batman.
was a week to catch up, I think. It really was.
Batman Beyond number 25, The Final Joke by Dan Jurgens. Cully Hammer, Marco Santucci, and Val Staples on the creative team, and the cover by Victor Kalvachev. And kudos to you, team. Tell us, Justin, what's going on with Batman Beyond? Like, you recommended this book to me, and it's going on. It is on my pull list now.
So this one we start on a train with an older gentleman, kind of recalling his time as Robin. More specifically, Dick Grayson remembering his time as Robin. Now, I haven't really been reading a whole lot of Batman Beyond, and I don't remember him being from another city, but apparently he is now the mayor, I believe.
Yep, Mayor Grayson.
Mayor Grayson from what city again?
Bloodhaven.
Bloodhaven. Oh, right, of course. Nightwing, yeah. So he's the mayor of Bloodhaven now, and he's on the train back to Gotham. They hint that it's been a while since he's been here, but a young lady, a secretary of sorts, or they don't really show quite who. I didn't find out until later that it was his niece.
I think I'm wrong on that.
His daughter.
It's Gotham. He's the mayor of Gotham. I'm wrong on that because as we go on, remember as Mr. Wayne shows up and does his thing, he's donating his thing to the.
No, but he's donating it to a mayor, but that's that black gentleman that they have accepting the award, and he opens up. It's like, what the?
Okay.
So well, I'm pretty sure he is the mayor of Bloodhaven.
Gotcha. I'm very new. To
we both have jumped into this one for the first time, so we have no prior knowledge. Again, hit us up on various websites: Patreon, Facebook, Twitter. Correct us.
Give us like a blurb. Catch us up in the last 24 issues of Batman Beyond. Just give us
your thoughts. We would love to read your thoughts.
For sure. Carry on.
So anyway, he's talking about him to his daughter Elena about his time in Gotham, and about what this ceremony really means to Bruce. So we cut forward to Gotham. Batman and Robin both show up to a crime scene with Babs, Commissioner Gordon, Barbara, old Batwoman. And I guess there's been a string of murders that they may have shown in the past issues, I'm not sure, but they hinted that there's been quite a lot of these criminals killed in the city called Jokers. If you don't know much about Batman Beyond, the Joker is supposed to have been dead, which was kind of a turning point for Batman. Him finally, getting a little bit rougher, using his technology and cleaning up the crime, making Gotham not so much that dark mafia vibe, criminalized city, but more of an industrialized utopia. So we're going through the ceremony. We're kind of having some flashbacks here and there. We're having some dialogue between Dick and his daughter about the importance of this.
Can I mention how his name's still Dick at this time?
Well, of course.
Well, no, I'm curious though. Like, is this?
I think this is probably going to be separate canon. This is many years, and that everything they put out right now could easily counteract whatever they've already put in. I think
I'm
this is
sure
going to
they
be
will,
separate
but
canon
I
for
think
sure.
this right here is the spoiler to the fact that Rick's not going to last long.
Yeah, I don't know. I really think we should have named last episode the one without a dick.
Yeah.
Anyway, we cut forward, and they notice that this train is going way too fast, or a monorail type train is going way too fast, and it's starting to bust off the rails and derail, I guess. There is massive panic inside it. It's destroying. I believe it's the Wayne Center for Families that is destroyed, because the mayor pulls out what was supposed to be the deed or the title to the building, and it says, "The joke's on you, ha ha ha." And we cut to Babs' office, and who's sitting in the chair but the one man who would be most pissed off? These criminals, these low-life nobodies, are ripping off the name of the Joker.
Some bitch.
Yeah. I don't really know what's been happening, but I'm on board. This was a great time to jump on. I'm intrigued. It had action, it had backstory. Yeah, I loved it.
I don't have enough ongoing DC titles on my pull list. Most of the DC titles I have are events for the most part.
Sure.
So I think I can add a little bit more to the DC weight as far as tipping the scales. And,
Alright, we're making that number 71.
Yeah, something like that, man. I mean, it varies, series end and shit like that, but it's... so many books. But no, I'm not afraid.
So many good books.
Yeah. That's the thing. If it's good, I'll read it.
Yeah,
I will.
Definitely.
I'll read it. I'm not afraid. I'll find time.
Alright, so let's talk about this wall book.
Wall books! So every week there's books that I buy strictly to hang on my wall of badassery. And this week was a light week. There was only 2. But they are fucking brilliant. The first one, we've got Batgirl number 28. Middleton's just continuing to kill it with this the color on this. It's Batgirl looking on a computer in a watchtower, and it's just a really cool cover. It is. I don't know why such a simple image is so eye drawing, but it got me.
Yeah.
It got me.
I can appreciate it.
I'm not reading Batgirl. That's the thing. Is like when I buy a book that I'm not really reading, it's
Yeah, I love this cover
Yeah.
for sure.
But the next cover for me, oh, I love it. Alien Dust to Dust number 3. This is actually Alien Dust to Dust number 1. The variant cover was kind of the book that started the trend, in my opinion, of affordable virgin covers.
Yeah.
And that's the virgin covers are what go on my wall.
Oh, I love them.
So they continue on with this one, but it's not in the same color scheme as the last 2 Dust to Dust issues. This one is definitely more red and black, and we got a little xenomorph, a little baby xenomorph, and it's it's good, man. It's great. It's going. It's so good, and it's $4, and the story's actually cool too. I haven't caught up on reading this one yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more worried about getting it on my wall. But this is one of those ones where I think it's only going to be a 4-part series, so I've got all the time in the world to read it. But
Sure.
and from what I've read from the issues I have read, it's great. It's fucking aliens, man. Like, what's not to like?
I couldn't agree more. I love aliens.
But yeah, this cover. So yeah, that's what I have for wall books this week. It's a very light week. But as far as my top picks go, I already said that Punisher, as far as story goes, Spider-Geddon, or not Spider-Geddon, there's a cover for Spider-Geddon, and the art for Spider-Geddon. Took it. Artist, bam. Jorge Molina, you got it, buddy. You win the imaginary trophy for October 31st, episode 3. Cheers to comics. Matthew Rosenberg, you win the other imaginary trophy. At least according to me. Did you have a pick yourself? I mean,
It's going to be a real cop-out answer, but I just want to say Saga for everything. I'm loving it, man. I can't help it. Especially with the art. Like, Staples, she does so good with the art. So clean. But if I had to pick something for this week, for the story, I would honestly go Batman Beyond. It was great. I read it at the right time. Was in the right mood. It all hit home for me. I'm all on board. I love Neo Gotham. I want to see more of it.
It's cool, man. You got me.
Yeah.
I'm convinced.
Well, I'm glad. For covers, actually for covers, strangely enough, I think it would be, what was it, Darkness? Something Darkness from Dark Horse Comics. The Whispering Dark from Dark Horse Comics. Did you read this one at all?
No.
Okay, so again, it's just issue 1. I'm not going to go too far into it, but it seems like it's going to be more of like a psychosomatic horror. Yeah. It follows a helicopter or a Black Hawk pilot she's like raised hardcore Christian, but she always wanted to make a difference as a pilot in the war, so she joins up, but then a mission goes bad. They crash behind enemy lines. And it's kind of a cool psycho horror of the following events, and that's pretty much where I want to leave it at.
Right on. So
but
shout out to...
I really like this one. This one was by Christopher Emgard and Thomas Era, and definitely want to pick up.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Thomas Era for getting Justin's cover of the week, man. That is a fucking sweet cover.
It's simple, but maybe it's because of the Halloween season. It hit home for me.
It's not simple though. It's simple to the simple eye. There's so many tiny fucking lines in there, man. It's really not simple.
Sure.
It's I don't know. As an artist, I'd fully appreciate it.
Yeah, I like it. It's just the one that I keep. It's the one I go back to instinctually when you ask me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right on. Well, should we talk about what's coming up this week? Halloween! Halloween is comic book day. So we've got books to get you hyped on for today.
Yeah.
We're hoping that you're reading this early in the morning before you go get your books so you kind of get a better idea. We're hoping we can help you get a better idea of what you may want, or if there's something you may have missed out on, or overlooked, if you will. Or if you're a new reader and you're like, I don't know what about to what! Like, we might kind of help you out a little bit. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's let's move in. Let's start with Dark Horse, since we were talking about Dark Horse.
Start with Dark Horse.
So starting things out with Dark Horse, we have Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
That's the one. Stranger Things #2. Jodie Hauser and Stefano Martino. So yeah, no, Stranger Things. Everybody loves Stranger Things. It was a big thing.
Yeah, I'm so far behind the times. I finally just finished season 1 on Netflix.
Yeah.
So
oh, dude, you're way behind. What the fuck? You've been living
I
goddamn
know.
life. Jesus Christ,
man,
Justin.
I know.
Yeah. Even Jarvis in the background was like, what the fuck was?
Well, you two white motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's true. But no, for Halloween, Stranger Things #2. That's a good one. Skipping forward, we're just gonna chug right along to DC Comics. We got Batman Secret Files #1, and this one's an enhanced foil cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, written by Tom King. It's got it says various artists, but specifically mentions Michael DeJanin, who is just a superb artist.
Oh yeah,
good stuff. Oh yeah,
neat.
For sure. I know you're excited about this next book.
Love that cover.
Actually, oh yeah, for sure.
This isn't one that I thought I would ever see, and I like that. Deathstroke and Yogi Bear. So, in Yellowstone Park, legends speak of a spirit bear referred to as the Yogi, which few, if any, have actually encountered. Real or not, when a bear seems to have graduated from stealing picnic baskets to kidnapping actual campers, Ranger Smith decides it's time to drop the menace, so he calls in the services of one Slade Wilson, a.k.a. the Deathstroke, to get the job done. Plus, part 1 of a secret Squirrel backup story written by J.M. D. Materis.
Secret Squirrel! You fucker can't be Secret Squirrel! Yeah, no.
That is some childhood motherfucking nostalgia,
dude,
right there.
These mashups that DC does, they're so fun.
That sounds fun. I'm getting this one for sure.
Oh yeah, and there's 4 of them this week too, and we'll talk about them all. But
what you got?
I'm definitely so many. Another one to talk about this week, Doom Patrol we're excited for, #12 by Jared Way and Nick Darrington. Doom Patrol is becoming relevant on Titans from what I understand, so hop on that.
Oh, cool.
More from DC, we've got another mashup. We've got Green Lantern and Huckleberry Hound.
What?
Yeah, I know, huh? Mark Russell and J.M. DeMatteis doing that with Rick Leonardi and Tom Mandrake on the creative team. So that's fun.
Yeah, that does sound fun.
It really does. This next one I'm super excited for. DC events. We got Heroes in Crisis #2.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where they're going with this. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about this one?
Tom King, Clayman. We already know that duo works. Suspected of murder. Redacted and redacted by... That's what it says.
Mystery.
No mystery, yeah. Find themselves, on the run from the super hospital called Sanctuary. With each thinking the other one is the real killer. So it's kind of like this whodunit thing going on. It's
Is it Harley?
Is it fucking what's his name? Booster Gold?
Booster Gold.
I'm thinking it's Booster Gold, but he doesn't
totally
know.
Harley.
He don't fucking know.
It's totally
I don't
Harley.
know.
All right.
But
So
I'm excited.
Who's gonna solve this mystery?
I don't know. Probably world's greatest detective.
Batman.
Maybe his brain damaged son. Maybe.
Too soon. Too soon.
Maybe Lex Luthor. What the fuck do I know?
Nice.
But no, I'm so excited for Heroes in Crisis. I wish there was more often. Alright, we got Justice League, Aquaman Drowned Earth #1, James Tynion and Howard Porter. So we've got some.
Yeah, you were theorizing that this might be a big tie-in.
It's. I think it's just kind of a mini event going on in the world of DC, mostly tied to the Justice League, and
I'm really trying to love the Justice League right now, so maybe I'll pick this one up. Maybe this one will be the one.
Yeah, I don't know. James Tynion IV does good stuff, but yeah, this next one. So we talked on the last podcast briefly about a Justice League Dark tying into with this Witching Hour story that DC is doing. It's kind of a Wonder Woman story. It's a magical Wonder Woman story is what it is. And by magical, I don't mean like Disney magic. I mean like there's some magic going on.
I'm sure it's good, but I really feel like it should have been its own event rather than tied into all these different comics. Yeah. This weird shit. I read the Justice League Dark, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
DC's really pinballing the story all around, and it's not fair to readers. But I will say that, that's getting... So we got Justice League Dark and Wonder Woman Witching Hour, number 1.
But this is part 5 of the Witching Hour.
But it is part 5 of the Witching Hour. So if you're going to pick up a number 1, know that there's 4 other stories you got to read before this
So it's not
sense.
really a number 1, but it's number 1.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Hey, maybe they'll be a little bit better at releasing them in this series at this point. So maybe it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey,
it's gonna come out in a trade. Like the way it'll all come out in a trade.
Of course, so. But like if I'm reading week to week, help me out a little bit, DC. Come on.
Yeah, seriously. But chugging along in the DC world, we got another mashup: Nightwing, the Brain Damaged, and
Magilla Gorilla?
Oh my god! So we got Heath Corson, J.M. DeMatteis, Tom Grummett, and Tom Mandrake all on that team. Again, I remember those names. I said those names earlier. So these guys are working hard.
Yeah, again, that sounds super dope.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's fun. And then... Superman and Top Cat? Oh.
Who's Top Cat?
Top Cat.
Yeah, I don't know that mashup.
A yellow cat with a purple hat. It looks like a detective kind of. He's like if Dick Tracy were a cat.
Yeah, maybe if I saw the cartoon I'd remember, but yeah, it's not ringing a bell.
I don't know. I think it talks like that.
Well, I'm kind of interested in these mashups, so I might
buy it.
Yeah, I think I might.
Then Didio and J.M. Mathias, Davis, and Tom Mandrake. J.M. Mathias. Dave Mathias. Oh, you poor guy. I bet you got so fucking... J.M. Dave Mathias. Oh, we're having fun. Good job, Denver Beer Company and Japan South, for supplying the evening. We paid for it all. They didn't give us anything, but they sure did brew a good beer.
If you happen to know somebody or happen to be in the Denver Beer Company, we would love
you
to sponsor us.
They're listening. They're totally listening.
Of course they're listening.
For sure. We got an annual. We got a Terrifics annual. Jean Luen Yang, with the various other writers and illustrators as well. Joe Bennett on that team. Cool. So yeah, we got a Terrifics annual. Terrifics part of the whole new DC burst of heroes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's, so that's what we have for DC. That's not all of what we have. There's so many fucking books that come out. These are just the ones that us, particularly, as your hosts, are excited about.
Yeah, hey, what are we missing? Again, write into us. We'd love to hear from you.
Seriously.
What do you think is required reading?
Yeah, exactly. So let's, move into Dynamite. We got Barbarella, number 1.
Sure.
Mike Carey and Keenan Yar. Doing the creativeness there. Barbarella, classic. Could be a fun Halloween story. You never know.
Yeah, maybe.
I have faith. This one you were intrigued by, Nancy Drew.
Yeah, I remember reading along with what are the brothers? Nancy Drew and then the something brothers. Yeah, I read a lot of those books growing up. So, I'm willing to dip into one comic just kind of see what it's all about.
Yeah, well, Kelly Thompson's rating it, and Jen St. Ung is doing the Unge.
Yeah.
St. Unge.
We'll tell you a little bit about that next week.
Cool, man. Right on. I believe you. Still in the world of independence, this one right here, I could not be... If you guys are hearing those sirens in the background, I'm not sure if you are, but there's some shenanigans going on.
Yeah, the sirens would be on our end.
You're not being pulled over right now. Unless you see lights. If you see lights behind you, then fucking move over. But the sirens are just...
Yeah, it's probably something we should mention. So if you happen to be driving, the thousands of people out there who are listening to us while driving.
Thousands, millions. Millions! So yeah,
let's be realistic here.
Billions. At least half the world. We're modest. What can we say? Batman and the Max Arkham Dreams #2. I'm so fucking excited for Sam Keith. And Sam Keith, because Sam Keith is God. Know this. Sorry, religious folk, but it's true. Sam Keith is God.
We were talking the other day, and you were really creaming about the Max.
Creaming?
I didn't understand what the fuck was going on, but you said to stick with it. Yep. I'll do that.
Yeah, man. Batman Max #2. This is... I'm so disappointed. Oh, it's got me all Twitter-pated. I'm so disappointed that it's just a mini-series, but I'm gonna stroke the Sam Keith wallet as much as I can. I'm gonna give that guy every fucking dollar I can. There's 3 covers coming out this week, and he gets them all. I'm buying them all. Also, in the world of IDW, Star Wars Adventures for the kiddos. This is definitely a kiddo's story.
Yeah.
I think anyone can read it. You're not weird if you're an adult and reading it, but it's definitely
reading comics.
Well, yeah. There's also more from Star Wars Adventures. There we got Tales from Vader's Castle #5. So that's good stuff.
Cool.
Image Comics. We have Ice Cream Man #8. So I haven't read 1 through 7, but I saw one of these variant covers for Ice Cream Man #8, and I got a weird fetish for weird clowns. And can I say, and I'm going to, I'm not asking your permission, I fucking am all about this book without reading a goddamn, knowing anything about it, just knowing there's a clown being featured and it's a creepy clown.
You know, I've been on the Reddits lately, and I haven't read anything about the Ice Cream Man or read Ice Cream Man, but I'm seeing a lot of people with subjects about the Ice Cream Man, so yeah, it might be worth something to look into.
Right on, yeah.
Just let me know, because you know I'm loving a lot of what Image does.
For sure. W. Maxwell Prince writing it. Martin Morazzo and Chris O'Halloran doing the art on that. And, oh man, it's so good. And this variant cover that caught my eye, I just want to give you a shout out to Vanessa Del Rey, because that cover is dope as fuck.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh man, Midtown's already out of stock. If my LCS gets it in, they get $4 more from me.
Sweet.
Also in the world of Image, we have Man Eaters #2 by Chelsea Kane and Kate Nimzik. Early jump on point for Man Eaters. I hear good things. I haven't had the chance to check it out myself, but
I haven't. Yeah. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, for sure. Also in the world of Image, I think this is maybe one of the most under-talked about books, especially in the world of Image. We got Realm #10. Seth Peck and Jeremy Hahn. It's just a great story. It is. It's just an otherworldly type of story.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't want to give anything away.
Is it something you think I would be into?
Oh, for sure. I think if you like Saga, you would like Rome.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're going Wednesday and picking up some trades, right? Maybe I'll find one on Realm.
I'm hoping you do.
Yeah?
I do.
Cool.
Yeah. It's totally
Let's make it happen.
For sure. Like, and with that discount, it'll end up being like $6. Fucking stupid if you don't buy it. Let's get into one of the last of the big boy publishers. We got Marvel, and that's Marvel if you're not from Boston. Halloween special, Avengers Halloween special #1. How brilliant is Marvel to do a Halloween comic on October 31st?
On the day it comes out. That's amazing.
Good Lord.
I love Marvel. I mean, DC has a lot of great heroes, but I just don't love when they put them all together like I do with Marvel. So,
well, Marvel is the king of teams.
I can't agree more, and I'm a fanboy. What can I say?
You know what? And come at me, debate me that Marvel doesn't have better teams than any other publisher out there.
And dude, this cover, I'm already. I think this will be my cover of the week, hands down.
Oh, that's a bold
really
statement. Look at them covers.
I love this cover. I mean, all the different.
Lanterns.
Yeah, exactly. And then the kids dressed up. Like, I love it. So this one is a Trick or Treat True Believers plus spooky stories starring the X-Men, Doctor Doom, epic thrills, and ghastly horror awaits in all these all-new twisted tales spanning the breadth of the Marvel Universe through the macabre lens of a murderer's row of writers and the artists assembled here. See your favorite heroes and villains as you've never seen them before.
So it's not just a team up; it's a team up of creators as well.
Yeah.
So Jerry Duggan, I mean, he's Jerry Duggan's awesome. He's leading the writing team, but there's various other writers on there. Obviously, there's going to be a mashup of stories. I'm hoping this is like maybe a 30 or a 40-page special, so our mashup of stories aren't only like 3 or 4 pages each. Like maybe we can get like some 6 or 7-page stories out of this.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect, but I will say that. I mean, it's perfect for Halloween. It says rated teen, but you know what? Give it to your 6-year-old. They'll be fine. They curse out the curse words. It's cool.
Right.
I'm sure Ghost Rider doesn't kill that many people. But yeah, no, we got a Halloween special.
So what else does Marvel have in store for us?
Black Panther, number 5 by Ta-Nehisi Coates and Daniel Acuna. So I don't know how this is going along right now, because I know that him's sister has her own thing going on, Shuri, and I don't know what kind of canon this plays into anything, or maybe Black Panther is just doing his own thing, but Black Panther is a huge success. This comic is doing very well, and it is a week of Black Panther, so check out Black Panther. I'll say it again. Daredevil number 610, Charles Soule, Phil Noto. I jumped in on 609. You're jumping on point. Read 609 because you're going to want to read 610. Oddly enough, it's weird for me to say that because I have a feeling this is going to be a love story for the first half just because of how 609 ended.
Really?
But according to that cover, I have a feeling that the end of this book is going to have a huge payoff. But what do I know?
Cool.
I'm excited nonetheless.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Extermination, number 4, Ed Brisson and Pepe Larraz. So we got this X-Men Extermination thing happening right now. Extermination is coming to an end. That's number 4 of a 5-part series.
Cool.
We also have Infinity Warps Iron Hammer number 2.
Hell yeah.
Oh yes, Iron Hammer has been a fun warp character.
I agree. Like, I don't know if it's something I want to see read full for a long time, but for a short event, hell yeah, I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
And if you like, I mean, Al Ewing's writing, and if you like Immortal Hulk, you know, it's the same writer, so you can kind of get a bit of an idea of, you know, what the type of tone of this story. And I can't leave out Raymond Rosonas.
I really liked the art.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
So good.
Great job.
So good. We got another 2-in-1 this week. Marvel 2-in-1, number 11, Chip Zdarsky and Raymond K. Perez. So those 2-in-1s are just chugging along. I think it's going to end at 12, though.
Yeah.
So this is coming close to the 2-in-1 series. Speaking of ending, Multiple Man number 5 of 5, Matthew Rosenberg, my boy, off of Punisher and anything else that he's written that's been amazing. So I've been saving Multiple Man. I read issue 1 and I was like, nope, reading this 1 through 5 all at once. So I've been waiting 5 months to finish this story, so I'm going to binge this week. It's going to be fun. So Andy McDonald's doing the art, Multiple Man, just feel like I've forgotten about character, mutant, so good stuff, man.
Cool.
Old Man Hawkeye number 10, Ethan Sachs writing, Marco Cicchetto. Oh my god, this book, first 9 issues, amazing. I'm sure 10 is going to be just as good. This art is fucking solid.
Great.
I would preemptively say that this book will probably take Interior Art of the Week because Marco Cicchetto is one of the most detailed, loving artists that I've met. The guy, he loves his shit, man. He's so fucking on point. And the story's good too. You think, oh, Hawkeye story. No, Old Man Hawkeye is badass.
Yeah.
Like when the trade comes out, fucking buy this shit, dude. It is
sweet.
It is good. And speaking of old fogies,
Old Man Logan.
Number 50. Yeah, man. Ed Brisson, Abram Robertson. This story's coming to an end. And we're gonna get a 12-part miniseries, and I believe Old Man Logan will be dead by 2020. Gone. Wow. Forgotten about. A fucking ghost. I don't know. Maybe. But one thing's for sure, Old Man Logan Volume 2 is ending soon.
Well,
so.
Alright.
Yes, pick that up.
So you don't think we'll get a Volume 3?
Not anytime soon, because motherfucker Wolverine's back, sucker. We got Spider-Force #1 with Priest writing and Paulo Siqueira. What's with all these single names, man? Sharon, you just call yourself Priest? That's bold of you. I bet you're a great writer. Check out Spider-Force #1. It's going to tie into the Spider-Geddon event. So
cool. Lots of Spider-Man going on.
Everything going on in the Spider-Geddon. That's how Marvel does their thing, too. They just sprinkle it all over the goddamn place. And if there's something you don't want, it's okay. You don't have to get it.
But if you're into it, that's a lot of fan service.
Yeah, dude, you spend $4, you get 20 more pages of the story you wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
Yeah.
That's fun. Also, we have, I told you, we have Tony Stark, Iron Man #5. Dan Slott.
I know you're excited about this one. Go ahead and tell us about it.
I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. So, the future has arrived. Tony Stark has a brother, and he's smarter. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
No, he didn't. I'm going to tell you. His name's Arno. Oh, we got a classic Iron Man villain reappearing. This cover is just on fucking point. This cover is so on point. Alexander Lozano, dude, take my money.
That is a pretty dope cover.
Yes, very excited. Tony Stark #4 was a bit of a downer for me, only because of the love interest thing. But overall, I knew it was setting up something badass, and here we are, #5. So. My excitement of the week probably belongs to that book.
Cool.
We also have more West Coast Avengers. So that's still doing their thing. West Coast Avengers #3.
Yeah.
That's a fun team. Kelly Thompson's doing a good job. I really like where that's going. Like we got a Gwenpool, Hawkeye type of led team. It's a fun dynamic for sure. Stefano Caselli is killing her with the art. Does not let down. We got another What If book. I think it's the last. This is definitely the last of the What If books. We got a What If Magic.
Becomes Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh, so what do you know? So we got Lee Williams and Felipe Andrade doing the creativeness and all that jazz. So I bet that's fun. The What Ifs they've been dandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been noodle scratchers for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
What do you think about this next one? Are you gonna pick up this last X-Men Black?
Oh man, I don't know. It's such an up and down series. But we got X-Men Black, Emma Frost #1. J. Scott Campbell doing the cover. Usually when Scott Campbell's on a cover, that's enough to spend $4 on. But Lee Williams and Chris Bachalo doing the creative team there. I don't know. I'll probably end up getting it just to finish out the mini stories going on in the back with the apocalypse thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, that's it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Don't pass it up just for no good reason at all. I'd check it out, especially if you've gone this far in.
Definitely. So I think that kind of covers everything we want to talk about for next week, isn't it?
No, there was one more in the world of indies, actually. I don't want to leave anybody out, but there's definitely, we got Rick and Morty. Everybody loves Rick and Morty, man. So Kyle Stark's doing a thing, Josh Trujillo. And we got Sarah Stern along with some various other artists doing this. So Rick and Morty's been popular. I didn't think I would ever see issue 43 on a Rick and Morty comic. But here we are.
I mean, they take so long for the episodes to come out that the fans want more.
And they give it to us, dude.
Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're hyped about next week. If there's anything, like I said, that we missed out on, hit us up on the Patreon page for $1 a month. Any book, for sure, we will talk about. And that's
patreon.com/cheers2comics.
Yeah, for sure. Facebook, we've got Cheers to Comics on there. You can message us on there. If you want to be more direct, we'll answer you. We'll talk back to you, unless you're a dick. And then we won't.
I plan on following a lot of our favorite artists and writers on Twitter, so I'll probably be checking it every day. Get a hold of us. I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to get the conversation going.
Yeah, Twitter us or tweet us, as the hipsters would say.
Tweet our Twitter.
Yes, you tweet it hard. Oh man.
This has been another fun episode, man.
It really has. Is there anything else you want to add? Are you dressing up at all this week?
I don't know. If we go out and do something, maybe I'll Maybe I'll whip up a little something. I've got a little bit of a Riddler costume. I can whip up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I won't be dressing up more than likely, and if I do, it's gonna be super half-half. It's gonna be still
All right.
half-half.
Well, here's the half-half cosplay.
All right, man. Half-half podcast.
Dude, let's have a great week and happy Halloween. Cheers.
Yes. Happy reading.